Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of Mats and Marks, presented by GCF. I am Joseph Saint, the commissioner of the Gold Coast Federation.
And I am the owner of Gold Coast Federation, R.J. Wallace.
All right, RJ, where'd we leave off?
I think last episode we were trying to come up with our own catchphrase.
Our own sign-offs, we'll get to that later.
Sign-off.
Before anything, too, can I just say, what's better, Uber or Lyft? Because we just had Ubers cancel on us.
How about a hard
twice.
neither?
Yeah, that's why I don't do this.
Wait, how many F-bombs do we have a show?
I'm allowing you 3. Let's do... You gonna waste one right now?
No.
Not yet.
I'll save it.
Anyway, yeah, Uber. No, don't like you. You canceled on us, and then you didn't find where I was, which was right facing the street. You should see where I am. You still canceled.
And you charged
You're
my
on my list
account
now. Yeah.
twice, you effing
We'll try Lyft next
dogs.
time.
Yeah.
But that's enough of that. I won't go on a Delo rant against Uber yet. This week in wrestling.
Where
do we begin? Did you watch WWE Blood Money?
Super shit showdown? Is that what we're gonna call it?
Everyone before I get to that match, and I will trust. Triple H and Orton was nowhere near as bad as I expected. As a show, that was probably the saving grace.
Randy Orton is one of the all-time greats, and he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer while he holds that WWE title up one more time.
He had new gear for that show too, which I give him credit for. Usually he's gotten real boring lately.
Well, I mean, you're getting paid about $1 million to go to Saudi Arabia. You better get some new gear.
True.
I mean,
I'm trying to think if there's any other match before I get to the big one. He had Brock Lesnar run out to attempt to cash in.
Got beat, right?
He got beat up, which didn't count because they low-blowed him before he cashed in the briefcase. Very boring.
Wait, so he cashed in, right? So it was
No.
a waste. Oh.
He didn't waste the briefcase because they had a whole thing where I think Paul Heyman tripped on the way in, which distracted Brock, which Seth then low-blowed, and they never actually gave the briefcase. And then you had a bunch of chair shots over and over. That's how you use talent.
Man.
That's worth the money for Brock, right, Vince? And then that brings us to how old is too old to wrestle? Because Goldberg and The Undertaker, I thought you couldn't get worse than Goldberg Brock from any.
This is what's crazy about that, because you say how old is too old. I mean, Flair wrestled into his 70s and put on good matches.
Flair even had a good run in TNA, yeah.
Good run in TNA.
As good as you can. Terry Funk is probably still out there taking bumps.
Taking indie bookings somewhere.
Undertaker Goldberg, I don't know. I've never been a fan of Goldberg.
Me neither.
He's the epitome of everything wrong with the business. You take an injured football player and you push the machine against him and you try and make him a star. And yeah, it's worked as The Rock was a football player, Farouk. Goldberg, it just never worked with. He never learned the craft to begin with.
He had a good cameo in Longest Yard, though. I'll give him that.
That was years later, though.
You know? I mean,
so talk what happened in the Goldberg match. Did you see this? Or
it was effing terrible. See, I'm probably going to use up all these F-bombs. It was effing terrible. And as a huge Undertaker fan...
He started with hitting 2 spears. Then he speared the ring post, right? Yeah. And that's where things went real bad.
Straight up 1997 sold out fucking effing.
From what I saw, he tackled the ring post, was bleeding. We've now heard he's got a concussion or something.
Match went left.
Doesn't remember the match.
But here's what's crazy. Did you hear that he will challenge Undertaker to a rematch at Stomping Grounds in 2 weeks?
I did not. Is that official?
It's not official yet, but
I really, really hope that's not true.
You got to sell that.
I tuned in right in time to see him lift the Undertaker for a jackhammer that he turned into a really sick brain buster. Undertaker, thank God for that, man, because if this was the old days and he was mad, Goldberg wouldn't be alive right now. But
Probably
you
not.
get dropped on your head, then they botched 2 tombstones because he dropped him again.
Put a tombstone on the career of
Goldberg,
please.
he's concussed, so fine, but he sandbagged Taker throughout the rest of the match.
Yes.
Dead weighted. to end the match, he had to hit the worst choke slam of his entire career, and then the match was over with.
Yeah,
That was everything wrong with this Saudi Arabia concept of here's all the money we have, get us wrestlers that we remember from the 90s.
it's pretty terrible when you think that Undertaker's chokeslam on Mark Henry was better than the one he put on Goldberg. And Goldberg,
But you have someone willing to work in Mark Henry. Goldberg is there to collect the money. And he gave a story that he's there to show his kids wrestling matches. If you're Goldberg's kid, buy the WWE Network. Go watch your dad in WCW when he was supposedly a good wrestler.
his feud with Bret Hart
Why,
was more.
if you're his kid, why would you want to see that out of your father? And even prior to this, why would you want to see the run that he had worth hitting one spear on Kevin Owens, winning the title, then going on to beat or to lose to Brock Lesnar at that year's Mania?
I mean, free trips to Orlando and the Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
That
Why
was.
not?
I hate Goldberg. I I can't even. Yeah, we'll have to go from there. Goldberg, just please retire. Don't come back. Undertaker, you're a legend. You don't need to do this anymore. You don't. You've paid your dues. You've done it all.
Sorry to
Go
burst your
home,
bubble,
man.
but Goldberg is a part of the next 3 Saudi Arabia shows. So
He's
not-
gonna verse
not
Shawn
going-
Michaels at one of them.
Oh man, let's not ruin a good thing while we have it. Yeah, he's a part of the deal, at least in his contract, that he will be a part of the next 3 Saudi
Can
Arabia
you take
shows.
like all the money and offer it to Austin? Like, and I don't think that match should be any better. But this
No,
is just
because
me wanting to
Austin's
see it.
smart, and he's
Take
like,
the money,
listen,
Steve."
I don't need this.
But he
this
can
anymore."
entertain us still. Maybe not wrestle still. Take the money and go host the show. Do anything. It would still be better than giving Goldberg money.
And I don't know if the Saudi Arabians would take too kindly to the whole redneck thing.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they'd support Stone Cold.
I mean, unless they're letting women backstage at the show, that was a plus.
Well, I'm sure they didn't get to. They were covered, right?
Well, yeah, they were covered, and like apparently they're making strides to getting them.
I
in a
heard that
match there.
they were attempting. That's why they brought in Natalia on the hopes that they would actually clear a match.
because Natty, she's an upstanding.
She could
No,
carry.
she-
I mean,
she can. But yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, like if they want, no, they can't. No, not even gonna say it. Not even gonna say it. I just thought about it.
yeah, no. Let's watch what you say.
It's Pride Month.
So that was WWE Super Showdown. That was all I can say on that.
I mean,
Anything of relevance happened this week in their shows prior to it, or I mean, it was just a lot of build up to
I couldn't
that,
tell you. I didn't watch. I just know Stomping Grounds is.
which is another new pay per view. Never heard that name before. I thought that was
It's
their show.
basically
For,
the show that Backlash got canceled for.
Okay,
That's happening
and
this month.
didn't they used to have a show called Stomping Grounds
Proving
about
Ground.
rookies?
Proving
Grounds.
Ground.
Okay, that's what I'm
No,
thinking.
Breaking Ground.
There
Breaking
you go.
Ground.
There you go.
It's about
All right.
NXT, and
Yeah, that was a good show on the network.
it actually made you like Baron Corbin a little bit, but
I
then
don't
you
know
watched
about
him
that.
wrestle
Made
after
me like
that.
Corey
Yeah.
Graves more. But.
Oh yeah, well, definitely. I'll be interested in July when Ronda comes back for her SummerSlam build. Well, you're not excited for Ronda Rousey, and
I've never once been excited for Ronda Rousey.
I mean, the only reason I
any
watched
sport.
the end of Raw was, to lead me into her 24 special, which was pretty good. It's a pretty good special. Ronda Rousey's just interesting as a person. I'll give her that. She's not interesting as a person at all. I mean, yeah. Hoping Lacey Evans wins the strap. Lacey Evans versus Ronda shouldn't be too bad. I mean, maybe Lacey might get lucky and knock her out. Who knows?
That'd be
We'll see.
nice. And
I like Lacey Evans.
in that regard, women's wrestling brings us to how do you feel about wrestlers pushing their feuds on Twitter?
It's new.
I bring this. Okay, how do you feel about wrestlers pushing feuds on Twitter with wrestlers that are retired? Because I don't know if you've kept up with this. Becky Loudmouth has gone and just keeps up a feud with Edge for no apparent reason, starts a feud with Beth Phoenix as well, and is just taking low blow after low blow, questioning Edge's manhood and attacking his neck, which isn't kayfabe. You're personally attacking someone that was forced to retire because of a neck injury. That I don't like this. And again, it's going to get brought out to me that I just don't like Becky. Didn't say that. I don't like wrestlers running their mouths that they can't defend it in storyline.
This is true.
You're talking wrestling here. You're calling out Edge, Adam Copeland, who is retired. You're calling out his wife, who only came out of retirement to team with Natty for a Mania match.
Which was
What does this do to further your career? You're once again trying to be Stone Cold, which is my number one problem with Becky Lynch. You mimic his vest. At one point on the lead up to Mania, you drove in a truck, which I was also just found ridiculous. But
she wore one knee brace.
WWE is not going to push for intergender matches either, at least not the way that we grew up with.
Nope.
They have the tag where you have to make the tag to the opposite opponent.
no,
That's not intergender. So
And
why are you pushing a feud with a guy?
Can't wrestle anymore. Christian can.
Forced retirement on Christian's part.
Yeah, but no,
AEW.
Edge can't wrestle anymore. Like, period. Like, he won't even. No, he didn't even do the spot he was supposed to do with Seth like 3 years ago.
No.
And,
Well, and that's the point. Becky, and it's not the first time she's done this on Twitter. She attacks all these people, and you think that there's going to be a storyline out of it, but it's just her talking shit for no reason.
she's fishing, man.
This is my issue of, are you doing this for storyline? Are you doing this because now you're edgy? Pun.
Oh,
I don't like it. I don't support it.
that was terrible. Don't ever do that again. She's edgy.
But there's my rant on that. I don't.
Speaking of edgy, who the hell told you to wear that hat today?
Johnny Malice wears them. He looks good. Shout out, Royal Ramble guys.
Who the hell told what?
I can't pull it off. I think I pull it off.
I mean, on camera
Matches.
it looks alright, but in person, like, you walked up to me and I almost punched you in the face just on principle.
Then I'm doing something right.
Because you have a punchable face with that hat on?
Yeah. If I have a punchable face, it means you're jealous of something. If I'm making people jealous, I'm doing
I'm jealous of
something
how
right.
punchable that face is.
Doing something right.
You're just lucky we're
All right.
somewhat
Also,
friends. I
since gave a shout out to the Royal Ramble this past week on the Ramble, did you catch that? They were
Yeah, I
making
did.
mention of our UV title match.
Oh.
And how great it was.
Oh.
And then they all said that they saw audience members eating candy, grabbing for it after, and I believe Uberstud and John both were quite appalled over the fact that this was in blood.
That's
You know, that is just the audience that my UV division wants, and I support you.
Nasty
you
ass
do
kids who
you.
eat bloody
You eat
Skittles
that
off the
candy. You got your prize after watching an amazing match. If that's what our audience members want, then I'm all for it. That's the UV division.
dude.
Eat that
No,
bloody candy.
ew. What's
Hey, man,
wrong with you?
I wouldn't do it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, if that's our fan base and they enjoyed the UV division, thank you for coming out to our show. Don't worry, there's much more UV candy pinatas in the future. All right. That's my rant on that.
You had a bunch of kids trying to crawl into the ring eating bloody
Oh,
Skittles.
no,
off the
don't
floor.
crawl into the ring. After the match is over, you grab as much candy as you want. Clean it up, you know. That's our fan base. We did it. We did that. We made that our fan base. I support it.
I didn't make that. That's diabolical.
I'm not telling them to drink blood. I'm just saying. You get the candy, eat the candy. You liked the match. You enjoyed it. Now you got a treat.
Especially because Helmuth was the one who was bleeding. That's
Whoa. So again, I support that. I got what I wanted. You caved my skull in. Your nose bled. Now the healing process can begin. DI, take a little break. Chill out. Maybe, if you never look me in the eyes again, I'll support one of you in the future. Not Chris Cadillac. You will lose that belt as soon as possible. All right.
You brought them in, and now you're.
We talked about this.
You have the logic of a woman sometimes.
I have the logic of a businessman. I think in decimals and dollars. If it's going to make me a profit, it's going to get done on our show.
Like children eating.
I mean,
Bloody
if
Skittles.
that's what they want to see out of our UV division, which, again, I will clearly say this every time, the UV division is not built on weapons. Can they use weapons? Absolutely. But that's the match they made out of it. If the fans got what they wanted and then wanted to enjoy the candy in that ring, more power to you.
All right, but I mean, not saying that the match was terrible. It was actually really
That match was
entertaining.
amazing.
It's highly entertaining. I mean, Tony Ray's just bringing all that stuff in. Kind of made me nervous. I wanted to see what was in that briefcase, though.
I loved it. Did you see the table spot?
No, I didn't. I was somewhere.
They took a table outside, set this up, and I believe Helmuth went through it.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta watch the video.
We're going to get you the footage very soon. Maybe we'll air it right here, which I have plans for the future.
Yeah, we should do that. We should make
Start airing matches. Not everyone's seen all
use
our
the
stuff.
time here,
Let's
I mean.
show you what we've got coming up real soon.
I like it. I mean, I saw the video circulating of a Phoenix Kid jumping off the.
That it's gotten
top
very
there.
popular.
That was, that dude is it's a crazy ass kid right there, man. I don't know how, why jump off the, I don't know.
What do you mean, why jump off? You do whatever it takes to win that belt.
It's real New Jackish.
Do you know what he proved in that match to
stabbing
me?
people after that.
It's a matter of time, not if, when he's going to be that UV division champion. I'm not going to say he's got what it takes necessarily to beat Tony, but he proved that he has what it takes. He will be a champion. Phoenix Kid will be a UV division holder. Mark my words.
I mean, yeah, you go, Phoenix Kid. Keep jumping off those
Though at the end of that
balconies
as
and
well,
stuff.
Phoenix came up a little short, but him and Toxic Trent continued.
I'll give him this though. I like that dude's theme song. That gets me going. That gets my blood pumping. We gotta have to play it on the show one of these days. It's gonna be the show.
Phoenix Kids.
Phoenix Kids.
Uh,
Have you heard?
Oh
it?
yeah. I mean, it's no
like a little-
no SoCal Crazy theme, but
Oh, man, hey, we need to get that SoCal.
we're just gonna
Crazy
start
beat.
playing our theme songs in here.
Get a little feel. Man,
Phoenix Kid and Toxic Trent at post match continued their brawl as well.
Yeah,
This
damn
happened
right.
a few times in the show.
they
However,
knocked my nachos out of my hand.
Oh, man.
trying to brawl up and
they fought up and back up here. That match clearly it needs to be made. In fact, I'll say this. Don't know about the next show, but I can guarantee you the feud between Toxic Trent and Phoenix Kid is just getting started. These guys want to fight. They're going to get a chance.
well, they gonna catch these hands if they knock my goddamn nachos out of my hand one more time. I'll
Careful.
tell you that.
I've seen your hands in action.
Exactly. I mean, Phoenix Kid's already black technically under that mask. He'll catch another one. Okay.
Watch these words, man.
What?
All
I
right.
didn't call him the N word. Jeez.
All
I'm
right.
trying to keep it somewhat censored here.
Let's keep it focused.
Said he would catch a
What
black
went
guy
on
with
this
a
week in the
mask.
world of SoCal wrestling? You
SoCal Wrestling. Shout out my, older, less attractive twin brother Sean Black. Amped Up
Up.
Wrestling was yesterday. The Ability first show.
that was in collaboration with Santino Bros, I believe.
Shout out to my man Joey Chaos.
SoCal legend.
They had a really good show yesterday. It was a good outdoor show. Really great crowd. Really great wrestlers. They had a jacuzzi in the back. Yeah,
They had a jacuzzi in the back.
they had a jacuzzi in the back. No horses in the back. Jacuzzi in the back.
Wow. All right.
It seemed really relaxing there. So we got to step our shit up.
I'm not paying for any jacuzzis. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I know some people who can get a jacuzzi. In
All
there.
right.
I mean, if we can fit a jacuzzi in, Delos.
You probably
You
be
think-
used in the UV division. All right. So yes, once again, shout out to
Shout out to Sean
Amped Up?
Black, Amped Up. They're going to be
cool.
doing big things. Apparently,
hell yeah, hell yeah. It's me and John. It's Johnny Malice. All right.
so both of you die at the end of
Spoilers.
whatever's going on in
Hey.
here. If you've never seen Sugar Hill or New Jack City, that sounds like your fault. So does that mean I'm Ice T? I'm Ice T in that. 'Cause
I
I get
mean-
to kill you at the end. That's
All right.
that's fun.
More like Suge Knight, but whatever.
Oh damn! And I'm the racist one. See, you see this? See this dastardly S that's going on in here. See, I told you I wouldn't cuss as much, so that was funny. That was a good one. Shout out to our producer Robert, man. That's better than that guy that was here last week, who's apparently our fucking ring announcer.
Deshaun Castle.
Who named him? What kind of name is
I
Deshaun
imagine
Castle?
his parents, but Deshaun Castle. He'll be back with us real soon.
Will he?
Yeah.
Heard he had a rough night last night. Wasn't in today.
Youngins, I mean, you know,
Poor bastard.
they live their lives. All right, let's bring it back GCF related.
Yes.
I'm going to bring out a guest right now. He's more of a lately. He's been more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. I believe he's got his own several podcasts of his own.
This guy I brought in.
You brought it. We were on his podcast a while back, so it's only fair we bring him out here too.
Camera guy extraordinaire. I love this guy, man.
Cameraman Hollywood. Why don't you come on out?
My man. That's style right there, man. How you doing, brother? How you doing, my guy? Hey.
It's the Hollywood look.
Hey, man. Fellow Laker fan too. I love this guy.
Unfortunately.
We always talk NBA stuff on Twitter. You
I
know,
don't like to mention I'm a Laker fan.
yeah, you know. I mean, it's kind of like hiding that. You know, it's like hiding a side chick from your main chick sometimes. You know.
Yeah. So I mentioned last week I want this show to be more about some of the people you don't always see on GCF. Cameraman here obviously he's done a lot of work for us. He's done a lot of editing for us. Why don't you plug a couple of your podcasts as well? You're our
Yeah, so mostly what I do is I work for my own YouTube channel called Hollywood Hogan. But mostly what you can find there is a lot of podcasts featuring GCF, videos from GCF, a lot of different promos, stuff that I work with my good brother Rossi. I'm sure you guys have heard of him.
Who?
Rossi.
I don't.
The leader of the Rossi
So,
Posse,
remember the
hottest
kid-
band in the world right now?
Posse.
Rossi. So the kid,
Rossi Posse.
the kid that we didn't know standing with Di. There was the two, because you said the one was like Countess or the Count, whatever that was, and then there's little Loki.
Oh, the one with the
him.
little hat.
Yeah.
Looks like an extra in a
I would,
Maroon 5 video.
That's the right.
Him.
Yeah.
That's Rossi.
So his name is Rossi.
The Rossi Posse.
Hey, man, look,
Rossi.
he has a history. I mean him go way
I mean,
back.
the
Way
beauty
back.
of indie wrestling, these kids just think they can just make up a name and it sounds good. That's terrible. Rossi Posse? He has fans?
Well, I'm gonna have some questions for him. Like, for one, so are you affiliated with Di then? If you're affiliated with him,
I'm affiliated with everybody. As long as I, work and people are willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with
That's fair.
everybody.
See,
I just know
at least
Rossi
he's an
from a
honest
long
man.
time back, man. And that's dude, hottest manager in the industry today. I'll tell you that.
He's a
right
manager?
now.
manager.
That's the word.
So
going
he
around.
managed the Count, right, at Maximum Carnage.
Who knows who manages that guy at this
Okay.
point? I haven't heard
And
a word
then-
from him.
I don't watch any of DI's matches.
Well, I'll give this kid credit right now. He took a hell of an elbow at our show, which again, Di, you got a couple things that you deserved. One of those not being the championship.
Shout out to my guy Daniel Moon for serving up them hands to Rossi. Is that his name? Rossi.
Rossi.
Rossi Montgomery. Does he have like a stupid Southern accent or something? Is that what?
I'll let him introduce himself to you guys. 'Cause trust me, once he's in front of this mic, it's gonna be tough to shut him up.
We got to give him a mic.
See, he's coming in here.
He's here.
That's the rumor, man.
Did he bring the rest of the street rats from DI with him too? Was that bring that?
I'm putting a ban on that. Di is not allowed in this building while we're running this show.
Barstow said the same thing. They still run around over there. I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
stripped him of the tag titles.
I don't
at least,
think
though.
they listen to rules or any
I
type
mean, we
of
may need to get
code.
BA in here. He's
any
still
type-
he's on a one-man mission to
He
take him
is.
out one by one.
Where my-
He's not done yet.
I'm about to make some calls right now. Where's my guy BA at? Where's he at? Shout out to DJ SoCal.
DJ SoCal.
My man DJ SoCal. He's the hardest working DJ in Orange County. It's my guy over there. He's in the building apparently. He's in the building. Scaredy?
Okay.
No. Okay. All right. But I mean, if your Rossi friend is lurking around somewhere in the shadows, well, I guess he can come. He's taking your mic though. I don't want him next to me.
Do we have him? Is he here?
Is he here? Where is he? Somebody. We
Someone
need
introduce
like
him.
interns or something.
What's all this? What's all this?
Shit,
Hey,
and he
guys,
brought the
Hold on.
brought the stupid hat with him.
Hey, I gotta see
My good
guy.
brother.
Come
My good
here,
brother.
buddy. Bring it in for the real thing. Okay.
This fam right here.
All right, so I hear a lot of words and everything. I guess let's start this rightfully so. Saint Rossi Montgomery, nice to meet you. Nice to officially meet you, man.
Rossi
I guess I gotta.
Rossi Montgomery.
I'll shake the other hand. Boss?
yes,
Or
boss.
is he the boss?
I'm the
I know there's
boss.
a lot of conversations going on. Usually, I just don't know who
I don't
pays
know
the
who-
bills. I gotta talk to
I don't
someone
know
about my
who-
check. Yeah, Hollywood knows. The last time it bounced, I don't know who was in charge of that. We gotta talk to somebody. You know?
Who's giving you
Rossi
check?
Montgomery.
Rossi Montgomery, yeah, how's it going, man? How you guys doing?
Where did that come from? Where did
You-
that name
Well,
come
I
from?
came from a little place called the Tri-State area. It's pretty big. You guys probably heard about it. Don't worry about it right now, though. I just, I come from a wide background of loving the sport of independent and professional wrestling. And I know I heard you guys talk about it. I've gotten messages. I've gotten calls. Twitter. I still don't really understand Twitter, but messages flooded. Are you with this team? Are you with this guy? Are you with this? Are you a manager? Are you an agent? I like to call myself an influencer of this generation, guys.
An
An
Influencer?
influencer?
Yeah, I just like the word. It kind of rolls off the tongue. It sounds pretty cool.
An
I saw it on a documentary one time.
An
I can't remember what it's
influencer?
called, but it was pretty cool.
I'm wasting one. Fucking millennials. Seriously?
See, I don't like that word
An influencer.
so much. I know we're not trying to swear. I just don't like that M word. You know what I mean? It's really like, I don't like it,
Are you a manager?
That M word is pretty good. Yes, I manage as much people as I can because I want to elevate everybody's name that already is something. So let's take. I gotta stop because you don't have a champ anymore. I know back in the day you had your champ. That's gone. We have our champ, and our champ is named Chris Cadillac. Our champion is backed up behind one of the greatest stables right now, Divine Intervention. Now, the great thing about Divine Intervention is, and I know you guys already know about him, the great thing about DI is you got all these guys that bring something new to the table.
They
that
bring nothing to the table.
Oh, but you see, you say that, yet they got your main belt right now, right?
Are you a member of Divine Intervention?
I'm not a member of Divine Intervention, guys. I just like all those guys, and so far they seem to like me. So it's going pretty well. I love it, You brought up my boy, The Count. I love him. He's a new guy coming up. That guy's got an interesting background, too. 'Cause I swear I knew him back in the day, but it's not the same guy anymore. We got to get to that. Don't worry. But that dude is going to take this place by storm. I know you guys didn't forget about an angel back in the day, the Lord. We'll get to that. Don't worry. DI is family. DI is everything. And you guys understand that you guys don't really run the show anymore. I'm not saying I run it. I'm not saying DI runs it. I'm just saying, you've had these last two shows, Maximum Carnage, great name. I don't know who came up with that, by the way, but handshake to them.
Thank you.
Okay. And then you had the last one where, Injustice and everything. You wanted to put the justice right. And instead, granted, you made sure that Helmuth didn't walk away with the UV title. We were all a little bummed by that, but he put up a hell of a fight, and blood will always be shed, but guess what? Helmuth walked himself out of that match. Helmuth was fine after that match, got his face stitched up a little bit. Helmuth is great, and he's not done by any means. Now let's get to the main course again. The end of the night, the beginning of the night, everybody's shocked. A new champion, Vintage Dragon. Congratulations to the phenomenal talent that is Vintage Dragon. But the end of the night, guys,
Terrible decision.
the end of the night was great,
Nobody
right?
thought he
I
could
mean,
just
the crowd loved it.
answer the chat.
Vintage-
I loved it. I don't know why you guys have been not talking about this. the
Vintage
entire
Dragon won that belt
time. Uh-huh.
with pure skill so fast
It was a really good
that it could be
roll-up.
proven, hey,
Wow.
his roll-up came after he caught the former champ with a brainbuster on the apron, threw him back in, and won the match.
Very good.
That's all skill.
Yeah.
Chris Cadillac,
Skill, man. Talent. God, I know, you're right. Skill. Like, personifies it, right? That guy's great.
Chris Cadillac took on Daniel Moon
Uh-huh.
and was this close to getting defeated by Daniel Moon
Wait
if
a
it weren't for outside
Okay,
interference.
see, I'm glad you brought that up, and I wanna address the elephant in the room right now. That's not talking about you, dude. I'm sorry. I want to really get to the point. Daniel Moon, another phenomenal talent, man. Great. I've seen him before. I knew he was working with Caddy this night. I knew it was gonna be fine. Daniel Moon, I'm not a wrestler. I don't pretend to be one on TV either. So when I'm walking out there with my boy, the dad bod god, I do not insist, and I do not try and get into your business. So why are you trying to get into mine? The camera's a little off, and I don't like taking off my glasses, but I still have a little bit of a shiner. And I still have not received an apology. See, I have my guys, my agents, checking my phones, my voicemails all the time. I call them.
You have
Nothing.
agents?
Yeah, dude, I have like 3. I'll call them to me. Don't worry, you need some? I get it. But you see, Daniel, I just haven't gotten an apology. It's kind of crazy. I know. I'm sure. That
You ran around that ring
did, yeah.
like you were coming for him,
Well-
and he checked you with an elbow.
Well-
and you're about to say that you don't consider yourself in that match. You don't consider yourself a wrestler. Why'd you get involved then?
Why'd you go to the ring?
I was going to the ring to back up a very good friend of mine, a very good talent, and once again, you're reigning, defending SoCal champion, Chris Cadillac. So while I was out there in the match, I knew I was gonna get up in Daniel's face. I knew that as a good manager, you got to get involved.
Looks
a
like
little
Daniel
bit.
got up in your face.
Yeah, I get that. That's
Yeah, uh-huh.
You see, I have to talk to you about it because someone might understand my position. A certain talent that we haven't seen for a while, Gio-Mazing.
You can't put talent and Gio-Mazing in the same sentence.
That's crazy. That
Gio-Mazing has no talent.
You say you're the boss, yet you clock your talent, and then you let your talent.
Did we forget that he
clock
tried to swing at
manage
me?
I didn't say that part. Gio-Mazing's a really good guy. I've talked
No,
to him
he's
for a lot of
not.
years. I've known him since we were kids, so I don't know what you're talking about. But I just want to get, again, Daniel, no hard feelings, man. I
Gio,
can't
do you
wait
know
to
this
see him
kid?
again.
Because first of all, you need to let me know that. I don't know who this is. So
I don't know why you're even acting like that. Gio and me have been talking every day since he started training, breaking his back, carrying this business.
Breaking
he's
his
trying
back?
So, I know he literally broke
He
his
doesn't
back one time.
train.
Well,
I mean,
first
he
of all,
trains, but it's
he's already got an agency, so don't even go near him for that.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
okay.
so you stay away from Gio.
I mean, okay.
That's the
Why are you
future.
still backing that guy? He has.
Where's he been?
I don't
Why is he
care.
not-
Training every day.
Because he's not a wrestler.
No, no,
Okay, well,
no.
here's the difference.
Just because
Have you
the owner
seen
won't
him?
let him on our show does
Okay,
not
see,
mean
I
he
like
hasn't
the
been
other boss
wrestling.
right now. I like how he's talking. So I think
Now-
he is in charge, actually.
Commissioner, I do the day to day.
COO.
Day to day, you're always on vacation.
There's so
How you
many-
doing
can
day to
afford
day on
these things,
vacation?
You go,
Okay.
Rossi.
Yeah.
He only goes to Catalina. It ain't that
Okay,
fucking far.
you're saying to us that you're not. I'm trying real hard here with you, kid.
yeah, man.
All right. You're saying you're not with DI. You are loosely affiliated. Who are your clients then? You have Cadillac.
I represent Chris Cadillac, and if he allows me to keep representing him, Chris Cadillac, like I already said, is a household name that should be a bigger name in every single building that he walks.
What household? The
out.
crack house? What household?
I don't know, man. You know which crack house we're talking about? I feel like that's.
I don't.
feel
I'm
like
not.
that was
I don't participate in that
That's her. Okay.
stuff.
I'm just hoping. So. I mean, I'm straight edge, dude. So I only drink on days that end with Y.
So, but Chris Cadillac again. This guy.
Who is this kid? I don't know him.
Don't worry, we met already now. Now we know. Now we've gotten through it, guys, and now I can't wait to be
Where did
back
Hollywood
every
go?
week.
What?
Hollywood's great, dude. He's outside filming a lot of stuff for us right now.
We're actually
So-
making a documentary right now.
You guys could probably be in it if you want.
Documentary
Producer
about
credits.
what?
It's crazy. It's this thing about like fire. I don't know. It's like a festival or something.
No, we're not. We're not. All right.
I'm not doing that. No. I'm not
So
doing
again, sorry. Just let's get to it. I represent Chris Cadillac. Once again, you're reigning, defending GCF SoCal champion. I represent once again another guy that you did name drop, the Count, that you haven't even seen really yet. He is off home training, getting
He's-
everything ready. You don't even
He's
know.
the freak who doesn't talk with his
doing.
face
Yeah,
painted.
you see, people don't have to talk.
Who's he,
these days,
Sting?
We're past the whole idea. No,
I
man.
saw you lurking around during the Mikey Hyde match as well.
Uh-huh.
What's going on there?
That's a good question, Saint. I'm glad you asked that because no one really asked that. I actually had a couple people ask that.
No one asks because nobody cares to ask these questions
Well,
because
he asked
you're-
it. Are you saying he doesn't care?
I mean,
he's just trying to
I'm
he's trying to figure things
I'm just
out.
trying to ask the questions. I think of myself as a mediator sometimes too, so I don't want you guys freaking out. I know there's a lot of star power on the table, I was around for the Hyde Mikey match because once again, that is a match between two absolute talented wrestlers. Now Hyde we haven't seen in the GCF. That was his debut. I've been looking at that guy for a while. I've been checking up some of his matches, everything. Phenomenal.
Now, Mikey O'Shea, once again, another name that everybody knows. And I want to take a quote that you said at this last show. I was listening. Sometimes it doesn't seem like I'm listening. I'm always listening. You called Mikey O'Shea the heart of the GCF.
Mikey O'Shea is the heart of any wrestling promotion that he's at.
He
Just
is.
saying.
He is. Now, Mikey O'Shea is someone who is after one thing for sure, that GCF SoCal Championship as well. Now, I know you're not going to get it right now, Mikey, because Caddy has it. Now, that's not me making the rules. I'm just saying, you know, like these guys were talking about before, we can't see a Goldberg-Undertaker match. We can see a Mikey versus Caddy. That's phenomenal, but we know who's walking out with the belt. That's Caddy. So, one day when you can maybe get that belt or another belt, I can't wait to see it because Mikey O'Shea is someone that, does he need someone backing him? No. But if I could help him take that name even higher, it would be an honor. Just saying.
Okay.
Handle that.
Don't even know where to begin there.
It's-
Mikey, you're smart enough to stay the hell away from him. I know it. I don't even need to say
You're
it.
smart. I'm just
Hyde,
saying.
I gave you one warning last week's show. I'm going to say it again. Stay away from DI. You look like you fit the bill
hold on.
with them. Don't buy into them. Stay away from DI. And whatever this influencer is, stay away from
Who
him as
influenced
well.
you to wear that shitty hat today? That's what I want to know.
Well, you know what? It was a cross between Good Pals, Mr. Depp, and another friend, Mr. Farrell. Not the Depp or the Farrell that you're thinking of, just another Depp. But he wears the same hat. It's really cool. I know.
Farrell?
Yeah.
Like-
Don't hurt yourself, sweetheart. So don't worry, guys. Like I said, I can't wait to be here probably every week. I think I heard that. Like, you're trying to get, like, new guys coming in.
No,
I can't wait.
I-
And you know what? Next time, maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, if there's time, if there's anything, I could bring some of my boys. I could bring...
No,
your
hey,
champion.
no,
I
no,
can-
no,
I'm not-
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
Stop.
I'm going to stop
You guys-
you
Time
right
out.
now. Hold on.
Time out.
Hold on, RJ. Hold on.
Time.
DI is not allowed in this building.
No.
You claim to represent the champ?
Mm-hmm.
I dare you to bring Chris Cadillac in here with that title of ours. By himself, he doesn't need all the other members.
Okay.
He wants to be a fighting champ. I would love to see him.
Absolutely.
Bring him in.
Champ.
Is he gonna get fought?
Bring him into the show, and I would love to run about a number of names that I'm going to throw his way.
Okay. Well, I mean, my phone's always going off. Right now, it's a little busy. It's a hectic season. But I will absolutely get on the phone, talk to the main man, the man with the plan, the man with the belt, your belt. Our champion, once again, guys, Chris Cadillac.
Makes me sick to hear every time you
I
say
know,
it.
it's such a good, it's like it rolls off the tongue.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
really good,
It
man. You
doesn't.
should try it. Just chant it. You should try it once. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine. I'll say it again if you want me to.
No, you're good. We could. We don't have to. Why is he here?
Plug
still?
Hollywood's podcast.
Why?
We were going to bring Hollywood out as a guest, and you took his time, so plug his...
Well, I mean, he told me that I could take it. Now, Hollywood, once again, he told you guys earlier, man of many talents, filming everything. It's podcasts. We got one coming out still called Hollywood Elite. It might take over.
You're on this podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He loves me to be on this podcast, man. Me and him, like he said, we go way back, dude. Like, we've known each other since we were, like, children in the tri-state area, going with Carnival and everything.
like,
Tri-state area, like
See,
Connecticut,
you heard about it. No, not that.
New York, New Jersey,
Jersey, no.
like Long Island. You look more of like a Staten Island guy yourself.
See?
It's not a
I
good
think that's
thing.
a compliment.
No, it's
I don't-
Staten Island's garbage. It's like the Stanton of,
I just
of
want
New
to say,
York.
like, I feel as if there's a lot of hostility. I just don't know why. I felt like we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm glad you're feeling that because that's exactly what this is.
And once again, I gotta ask, boss, why is he all mad at us? Like,
But-
why is he?
I'm the boss.
I thought he was the boss.
I mean, I'm the commissioner, so yes. I
He
am.
bought his way into that, but like
Okay.
he paid.
All
for
right,
it.
Rossi.
It's like,
Okay,
for the boss.
Don't even know where to begin with you, kid.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you guys for having
I'm not
me.
thanking him for coming.
Bring my champion, and I don't mean that in a nice way. Bring me my
your
title.
champion.
I'll bring
Bring
the
me
champ.
my title.
I'll bring the champ.
Bring Cadillac on in here, minus DI, and let's have a real talk.
Just for that, I'm bringing BA here.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
you know what? I feel like the more the merrier. I feel like we just need, and maybe I'll give BA a business
Maybe I'll give
card,
Daniel Moon a
see,
call, and we'll have you two
Well,
chat.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey.
I don't think we need to go that far, guys. I feel like we're doing this really well.
Are you scared of Daniel Moon?
I'm scared of Daniel Moon.
You look a little scared,
It
Dave.
was a hell of a razor's
That was
edge
a-
you took there.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? I'm glad that I remembered to tuck my chin and know my few background training. My rolls aren't the best, but you know what? The side, the back, it's okay, guys. I can walk now. Doctor's orders. He said I'm okay to get back to training. So I think it's gonna be really, really cool. You know?
You train too now?
Oh, dude, I'm working out like 9 days.
Who has more training, you or Gio Amazing?
That's a toss up.
Gio Mason doesn't need more training. He's
Gio's-
skilled
Gio-
enough.
Gio
He can
Mason
start
needs
and
to
be champion like
start
tomorrow.
Getting on a
I
treadmill
knew
or
we
something
would
at
agree on
least.
something. I knew we would agree at least. I'm working with this guy. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna agree on anything.
I don't
But
need
you
nobody
know
to
what?
work with me.
We're trying to get there. I knew we were gonna get along because two things. I like the glasses and I like the hat.
There's two people in this room who
All right,
likes
for that, I'm gonna
anything
shake
he's
your
wearing
hand.
right.
Thank you so
I'm gonna
much.
tell you to keep DI
Once
away
again,
from me. And like
should I shake his hand? Is he gonna? I mean, can we? Keep
Go
it-
fuck yourself, kid. How about that?
It's two.
I think that's two.
Was that two?
I was
Damn.
two, at
All
least.
right. Well,
All right, Rossi Montgomery, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
Bring
come-
Cadillac on in here. Tell him to give me
and
my
don't
belt
walk
back.
in the studio with that terrible hat on.
Lord.
Looks like shit. Did you see? Both of y'all should throw.
Who are
Both of y'all
these
should throw those
people?
hats in the dumpster and
Can
light it
I
on
never,
fire.
Never.
That looks.
Where do I even begin? Okay. So that was Rossi Montgomery, who is an influencer. Just one of those terms that
The
makes
Rossi
me hate
posse.
living in the era that I live in. The Rossi posse. All right.
I
That
wanna
was
see,
the.
I want to see these Rossi posse people he's talking. Do they all hang out at Chain Reaction?
I believe
is that,
that, yeah.
Is that what they do?
Sounds
They,
about right.
they go to grunge concerts. Is that what
I
happens?
think they're
Like,
busy like searching backyards for empty pools to skate. And,
do they listen to the Ramones or whatever terrible rock music
Lord.
came out in the 70s?
Okay.
Listen to Jim Morrison. Do they have like Jim Morrison posters on their wall? Is that
All right.
effing terrible?
Oh God.
Rossi
Okay.
posse. That's
Divine Intervention. I'm calling you out once more, one by one. You all lead as a family. You come in as a pack and you take over. I'm not allowing that. So if Rossi says he can get a hold of Chris Cadillac, I dare Chris Cadillac to come in here by himself.
I
Love
triple
to
dog
have
dare
ya.
Chris Cadillac to come into the studio.
If Helmuth wants to come in by himself, come on in.
Yeah.
Let's see how that
Oh.
nose is healing up.
Yeah, so I can bust it again. How about that?
That goes for any one member. See, prove to us that you can go one-on-one. Prove to us you don't need to stand with a family.
But they can't.
Explain yourself.
Because they're weak.
Exactly.
Weak.
All right.
Fucking Rossi. That was that the third one? Did they hear that one?
You know,
F and Rossi won't get to F the Rossi posse. How about that?
where does that leave us? We were supposed to have one of our announced team. All of them are gone. That's funny. In the coming weeks, I'm going to try and introduce everyone to our announcers. That is,
Shout out to Joey the Bull, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. My man Joey the Bull.
there's an announcer.
If
that,
you're trying to handle speaking of a qualified ring announcer,
there you go.
Joey the Bull, we gonna talk, man. Joey the Bull, that's my guy. My man,
There you
Joey
go.
the Bull.
In the
I
coming
love
weeks,
that.
I want to introduce everyone to our announced team. That's Eric DeLucas.
Eric Lucas,
Eric Lucas. That's
TJ Suave,
TJ Suave and Vic.
who?
Vic.
Vic?
Victor.
Who's Victor?
He's always smiling. I haven't learned his name. He's always introduced himself like every single time.
Is that the guy who I've always asked to get me coffee and he
Probably.
never does?
He does. He always gives me it with a smile.
Well,
I just know there's 3 of them. In the coming weeks, we want to introduce you to the GCF announce team. They're going to come out here. Maybe not all at once. They seem to just go on and on when they get all 3 together.
we should bring TJ Suave in here so we can get a little background history on you two. I'm still curious.
mean, you keep
this will be
searching
an
for that
ongoing
background,
thing on
though.
this show until we find out how you guys know
I'm
each
a
other.
man of many means. I have connections all around. That's how me and TJ know each other.
So you got connections in the San Fernando Valley.
I'm a guy that can invest in every bit of every little thing. That's
I
all I'm
doubt
gonna
you
say
were
on that
investing.
regard.
I'm almost
So,
certain you were a part of it.
just
Were you fluffing? No. Were you in it?
you gotta watch your mouth, sir. Okay.
It's a fluff.
There
most
are
people don't even know
children
what,
watching.
Most people don't even know what fluffing is.
Oh Lord, this show, episode 2. Okay.
That's about as tame as that can get.
RJ, gonna put you on the spot to
right.
change the subject. If you had to pick right now who Chris Cadillac's first opponent would be, who would it be? Throw some names.
Vintage Dragon.
Vintage
I guess
Dragon?
he does deserve a rematch, even though he kind of defied what I said and, took
Not
the
bad.
challenge. Matt Vandegrift.
Vandegrift would love to have Matt
Mikey
Vandegrift.
O'Shea.
come out. Yeah.
See, Damn.
Well, I say that because coming real soon, we're gonna have some news for you on that, Caddy.
real soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get you to defend that belt. Let's show off, champ.
I'm
Come on.
even down to tell you. Come down here next week, man. Wherever, if that Rossi kid is still here, waiting for his Uber or something, fucking waiting for his unmarked van of fellow hippies to come pick him up and take him to the desert somewhere. Why don't you go tell your boy Cadillac to come here next week? Come on this show. Tell your Rossi posse to go find him in whatever cave or effing.
Show me one member of
Ditch
the Rossi
Divine-
posse. I would love to see.
Yeah,
Just,
bring
I just
one
gotta
member
see
of the-
what your fan base looks like.
Do
too.
they have merch?
Oh, man.
Is there a Facebook page? Is there a?
I'm still. I don't even know what we just interviewed. To be honest with you, like that.
You call that an interview? He talked.
I call
the
that
whole
everything
time.
wrong with society. Is what I call that.
Why didn't Robert just cut his mic?
Oh God.
What do we?
Okay. On that note, I think. You got
what
anything
the hell
left
is
for
going
me,
on in the
RJ?
comments? There's like beef starting and stuff.
Oh, we got a war.
We got a war. Joey the Bull looks mad at somebody. I
Uh-oh.
mean, if you want to voice
well.
those.
I'll have to go back and see that later.
Oh no! I think he's talking about. Oh man, oh jeez, he's talking. My man. Oh damn! I don't even want to mention it.
Okay.
DJ press play. That's well. Joey the Bull hates you, DJ SoCal. And also,
Book it.
oh my man Austin from Bully Zone. He's taking shots at him too. Shout out to Bully Zone, man.
Shout out to Bully Zone.
Love you guys.
Hope for the best, guys.
Yeah, come to the show, man. And, we always got seats waiting for y'all, man. Y'all never come. I'm kind of sad that they don't come.
They got the best shot to our beatdown at Maximum Carnage. They
Yeah.
got some of the best footage of that, unfortunately.
You think they're members of the Rossi posse? They
Oh, I hope not.
especially that
I
tall,
would-
skinny one. He looks
Oh,
like a member of the
man.
Rossi posse now that I think about it.
We gotta get down to this. I don't. Rossi just.
You think
threw
that
me
girl
off.
who hangs out at the snack bar at our shows is a member of the Rossi posse?
I don't affiliate with these. You're the one that slums it with the lower
I don't slum
tier
with it.
of
Listen,
this company. I don't. I just
Hey,
am here to watch and
I
make
barely know
money.
most of these people. Apparently, Gio Amazing is a member of the Rossi posse.
Too amazing.
apparently.
I'm gonna get down to that too because we got some real talking to
That
do.
sounds
if you're-
right. Bums hanging out with bums. And Rossi posse. And just see them on Beach and Ball all the time next to that.
Don't mention beach and balls.
Next to that
Johnny
El Pollo
Malice.
Loco.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He'll have a 2-hour rant about that corner
I
for you.
mean, I bet
I steer clear of
all
of that.
all
but,
those Rossi posse members over there, and the drugs and the Little Caesars and the chicken over there.
this becomes a thing where the last few minutes of the show, you just say things that I need to just start dubbing over, and be like that.
I'd probably.
In no way does things coming out of RJ Wallace's mouth
mean, it's-
anything.
This is
To
our
me,
live
for the
show. Like
investors.
we can do whatever we want. We can say whatever
Don't
we
go
want.
that far.
I'm
All
not
right,
going to go
guys.
crazy. I'll
Next
try not
week,
to.
we're gonna see if we can get the champion in here. I would love it. I know. I would love it. Just come without all of those members and bring
They
that belt
won't
back
come
because it's
over
coming
here.
home real soon. Back to the
soon.
corporate office of GCF, not around Cadillac.
I wonder what they're doing with that belt, man.
I just think Rossi has RJ shook. It's
Fuck Rossi. That was the last one.
all right. On that
the
note,
last
guys, next week
Last
we're going
one.
to try and get you one of the announced team in here. We're going to introduce you to them. We're going to try and get you our champion, Chris Cadillac. See what he has to say. We got some news coming for his first title defense real soon.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we talk up OCCW's upcoming show next week as well.
No pity, right?
No pity, I believe.
No pity. No
All right,
chance.
guys.
Should be no chance. Because then you can play the No Chance in Hell song.
Okay. Sign off now.
Okay.
All right.
Been waiting all week for this. All right. This is RJ Wallace. That's Joseph Saint. See you guys next week. And remember, fuck, I forgot it. Goddamn.
Leave it on the mat, or you're just another mark.
I don't think that's ever gonna stick. Just like that hat. I don't like it.
Out here.
It's all right. See you guys next week. All right. Don't be a